What's good, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a hot tape on one of my clients. I like to start my cuts in the back, but you can really start wherever you want. So right here, I start creating my first ball guide line. And after I create the line, I clean up the bottom with the same trimmers. After I make the ball guide line, I get my trimmers open with no guard, and I create my next guide line using a flick out motion. Next, I get my one guard, and I create my second guide line using the same flick out motion. After I create the second guide line, I flip the clippers around with the same one guard, and I cut with the grain of the hair to knock down some of the bulk right under his dreads. After I debulk the top of the hair, I go back to the bottom so that I can get out the first guide line that I put in, using no guard and flicking open and close the lever until I get the line out. After I get my ball guide line out, I use my half guard close to fade in the first guide line. After that, I use my 1.5 guard closed to fade in the rest of the bulk on top. Right here, I'm brushing down the hair before I start my taper. And then I'm creating my first ball guide line just like we did for the back. After I do that, I'm gonna use the same steps as I did on the back taper and start with my trimmers with the guard open to create my first guide line. After I create my first guide line, I'm gonna go back to the bottom of the taper and I'm gonna get out the first ball line that I created. Next, I use my one guard open to create my next guide line for the taper. After that, I use my one guard to debolt the top of the taper, cutting with the grain. After that, I use my half guard to fade in the next guide line. To finish off the taper, I use my 1.5 guard to fade out the last guide line. And on the other side of the head, I do the exact same thing, so I'm going to speed it up. Brushing down the hairline because my client has a front tip. So after I brush it down, I'm gonna start cutting it down with a one guard with the grain. But after I cut it with the grain, I'm gonna flip the clip around and cut against the grain so that the lineup can pop a little more. Before I line up a client, I like to clean that forehead and then spray it with stick spray. So that's what y'all about to see here. left side. After I go to the corner, I do my left side vertical bar, then I move back to the right side of the head and do the same thing to the right side. Right here, I'm gonna line up the back of the taper on both sides.